Have you ever felt like a more profound version of yourself is waiting to emerge, guiding you to a more enlightened existence? Perhaps you've had moments of unexplained intuition, a burst of creativity, or a profound sense of purpose that you can't quite put your finger on. If this is the case, you may be on the verge of a profound transformation, a union with your higher self. We'll look at the signs that you're on the path to becoming one with your higher self, as well as what that means for your spiritual journey. So, let's embark on this enlightening journey together and discover the extraordinary signs that you're merging with your higher self. It's difficult to admit that we exist, are more complicated than they appear. However, each of us possesses a higher self who wishes to communicate with us. Look for signs that indicate you're on the right track by joining forces with your higher self and thus living a more fulfilling life, a genuine and meaningful existence. The first sign is acceptance, and the second is the pursuit of your life's mission. This does not simply imply identifying your passions, but it also entails focusing less on the opinions of others and devoting yourself completely to your objectives. When you start connecting with your higher self, pay attention to your instincts and rely on your intuition to guide you. Performing extraordinary feats. The meaning of life is not something that can be discovered. It's something you have to deal with every day, every time you take a breath. Each action taken with complete awareness becomes a step forward in your life's journey. Purpose, which is essentially a type of meditation. When you unite with your higher self, you stop putting pressure on yourself. We've all felt like we've hit a brick wall when attempting to bring about a change. Nonetheless, by reaching this new level of self-awareness, you are aware of your limitations and let life unfold, naturally reaping incredible benefits in exchange. The Tao represents the natural flow of life. When you cease to resist and surrender to, you are not abandoning your flow, responsibilities you're creating space for. The novel for the unexpected. Another thing is to find peace within yourself. Crucial indication. You start accepting and loving yourself, flaws included. Self-criticism yields. Self-acceptance enables you to face both life's highs and lows with bravery and optimism. Inner peace is not a static state, but rather a dynamic state of liberty from prejudices, social expectations, and the majority. Most importantly, your conditioned mind. It's a state of being, according to Zorba, the Buddha, bringing earthly joy and spiritual joy, together tranquility. If you stop following trends and start creating your own, it suggests forging your own path. You're making contact with your higher self. You stop repeating toxic patterns in your life. Your connections and experiences selecting those that truly resonate together with you. When you make love your guiding principle, you effortlessly spread positive vibes. This love is more than an emotion, represents a profound understanding. You are a part of something bigger, universe. Spreading is your life's purpose, this optimism. Love is more than an emotion. It is a state of being, the alchemy of being. In its purest form, love transforms. It evolves into compassion. Compassion is not only for others, but also for oneself. Additionally, for yourself. Only when you deeply love yourself will you be able to love others without reservation. Changing your perspective on the world is also beneficial, a sign that you're integrating with your higher self. You recognize that good and evil exist, subjective, and refrain from passing judgment on others. Instead, choosing to show kindness and compassion. You no longer suppress your emotions and begin to accept them. This emotional transparency enables you to live more fully, accepting everything. Human experiences nuances. Emotions are not roadblocks. They are portals on the spiritual path. A fully felt emotion can serve as a portal, From the divine to the eternal, the emotion transforms into a wave that carries you to your own ocean of being. You begin to understand how your past, your life experiences have shaped who you are, accepting both the good and the bad as essential components of your journey. Everything revolves in a circle, the beautiful, the ugly, and the good. Everyone has a place in the circle of existence. When you accept this, you are complete. You are made holy. Perhaps the most important thing is to live your truth. Direct indication that you are in tune with your superior self. You are not afraid to express your true feelings, even if it means going against the grain. Essence is essential. The expectations of society. Speaking your mind is more than just being truthful. It's a type of bravery. It takes courage to be yourself, without masks at all times. When you connect with your higher self, you begin to appreciate the beauty of yourself. In everything that surrounds you, life becomes a priceless gift full of surprises, chances to learn and grow. Gratitude is a choice, not a duty. Understanding when you realize how valuable this is. At some point in your life, you will naturally become grateful, and you are at the heart of this gratitude. Discover the divine. It's similar to connecting with your higher self, entering the sea. You do not enter it, rather, you become it. Separation vanishes, and all that pure unity remains measurable, being aware of one's own existence. The path to your higher self is not an easy one, journey outward, but an inward journey. It's an internal dance with the universe. You are a celebration of life at its best. Form, and at each stage of this dance, take note of the music that your higher self is playing, there to guide you and love you. As you embark on a quest to discover you're not just climbing a mountain, higher self. You're climbing a ladder to some celestial state. Deciding on your own roots and recognizing the signs of this journey is not a precise science, but rather an exercise. In the present moment, awareness of being authentic means being a rebel in society. Spiritual awareness. It is to rebel against conformity. What is anticipated? The only way to learn about your higher self, being yourself completely and fearlessly, unendingly, joyfully. Don't give up on the eternal quest for unity. Lose sight of your own duality. The higher self is not distinct from the lower self. Lower self, they are two sides of the same coin. The same coin, accept your flaws as much as your strengths. When the divine merges with virtues with the human, you truly transform yourself. One of the most obvious signs that you're aligning with your higher self is beneficial, newfound love for the conclusion. The past and future become less important, consuming and discovering riches in the present moment. This is not a sign of laziness, but of determination. Acknowledgement that the seeds of greatness as well as spiritual fulfillment are sown in the present moment as you focus on your higher standard of your relationships. Evolved superficial connections are no longer possible. Satisfy you, and you are looking for relationships that provide genuine mutual growth. Understanding. You notice it in the mirror. You discover another person's consciousness, your own untapped and hidden self-potential. Your happiness begins to change, transitioning from conditional to unconditional, no longer reliant on outside sources, circumstances affecting your sense of you. Discover a type of joy that originates from within and is independent of the outside world. This transcendent joy is a direct result of an encounter with your higher self. There is a greater sense of wisdom that is almost instinctual in nature. Problems are solved more quickly. You find yourself saying the appropriate thing, frequently, not at the appropriate time, but by speaking instead of thinking, from an instinctual place of wisdom. Another sign is a shift toward not to be confused with non-attachment, detachment, or a lack of concern. You appreciate both the material and the emotional aspects of life that do not consume them. You hold them lightly, ready to let go. When it comes to recognizing that everything is impermanent, you may also feel a surge of creativity, whether in the arts or in problem solving in your general approach to solving or life. This creativity is not compelled, but rather flows. As a natural expression of your superior self, it's as if the barriers between your ego and reality have been removed, and your inner divinity has dwindled, enabling a more free exchange of inspiration. You begin to experience a profound sense of unity with your surroundings. The illusion of separateness begins to dissolve, fade, and you see yourself as an essential component. A component of a larger whole. Others' needs and pains are not taken into account. Distant ideas, but felt emotions resulting in genuine acts of kindness. Social accountability. You begin to feel at ease and uncertain without a desire to know or command everything. The unknown becomes a field of possibilities as opposed to a source of anxiety. Your higher self recognizes this in each thread in the grand tapestry of life, even if it is ineffective, immediately noticeable. Finally, aligning with your higher self is important. Not a single event, but a series of events' conscious development. You recognize that this journey has neither a beginning nor an end. There is neither a beginning nor an end, but rather an ongoing process.